Ayo, the perils in life are slightly more than a few, but I got dreams of a house with an oceanside view, so I hustle along until them dreams come true. Get it by any means, short of robbing a few, but when it's taking too long, I consider that too, and I know that it's wrong, but what can you do? It's like the stick of some gum, yeah, it's easy to chew, but it's hard to swallow like it's stuck to your shoe, and if you know anything about me and my kicks, I'll be damned if I let them meet a fate like this. I'm supposed to step out with the freshest of feet, blowing the minds of every sneakerhead that comes across me, dusting them off as I hop out my Jeep, blowing the minds of any motorhead in the city. So back to the grind, I got no time to blow, except the next hour I'll be sitting talking shit with my bro. You ever think about, like, when you die and your family has to go through all your things? Like, they have to sort everything? Like, is there anything, like... And like shit, they're gonna find this when I die, but I don't want to get
like in your will. You got to be like, that's a good question. I don't know that. Who cares at that point? Like,
well, I know, but like it's just funny, just to like, what is their reaction? You know, like do you have to set up in your will, like, when I die, I want nobody but Osama to go through my shit. Like,
I'll be like, dude, this dude was a fucking weirdo.
You go and tell everybody anyways, like, you know what I found?
Like, dude, I'm not gonna keep this to myself. Like, I gotta bring this out. No, I mean, what, like, you mean like porno tapes and shit? Like,
I mean, like anything that, like,
and I say
you
tapes
have,
because I mean, at that point, you'd be like, I don't know, man, that'd be hilarious if you like you didn't realize you had a fucking VHS porn. Like, I'd be kind of mad. Also, having a VHS would be, important at that point as well, because I'm damn sure going into that to watch it.
Right. And that's
where the hell did I leave off at? What was my scene? What was my shit back then?
I had to be about 4 minutes in.
Right, like, it's the title, like, you see a boob, like, this is where I left it. Man, I was so fucking terrible. No, that would probably be the most interesting thing to me. Like, if I found like an old VHS porn that I used to watch, right, and now I'm like looking at it and shit, like, okay, kind of curious. Now I got to go buy a VCR.
But that can happen when you're spring cleaning. I'm talking about, like, your family. Like, imagine if in the future at some point we're gonna have to go through some shit, right? Like, what's something that, like, and I'm not asking you for a specific example, but like, if you were fucking, it's something that you have that nobody knows, you know what I mean? Like, it's your private shit,
Yeah, I mean, I'm assuming everybody's got something, right? Like, oh damn, what is this? Like, I don't know that I have anything, but again, like,
I don't know either, but I'm sure there's been times in life where I was just like, man, when somebody finds this, it's going to be weird.
I got to get rid of this. No, that's the important question. Have you ever had that thought with something you have, and then, like, man, if somebody would ever find this without me knowing, they think I was a fucked up individual. So, like, have you ever had that thought, like, I got to destroy this shit today?
This is good for a one-time use, and it's gone. Like,
it's like one of those. That's why Snapchat is so valuable and shit. Like, look at my dick, and then it's gone for then after that. Not that I've ever sent a dick pic, because I think that's beyond fucking weird. Like,
yeah, listen,
look at my dick.
This is why, and I don't mean to offend anybody with this statement.
Hop into this right now.
I don't mean to offend anybody with this statement, but this is why, like, 2 gay dudes is nastier than 2 gay chicks, And
I mean, not nasty.
I'm just saying that because women are naturally prettier. You know what I mean?
Oh no,
like,
I know. I get the idea. Like, you're gay. That's fine. But like, the idea of, like, it's definitely more beautiful to envision 2 chicks, right?
Yeah, like,
not only do you not even have to envision it, we've seen plenty of that in porno.
There's a reason why most women are not asking you for a dick pic. They don't want to see, like, what do they want to picture that? We are the ones who like to see all the things.
Yeah, but I mean, I just want to get off this topic. But I will say, like, I get what you're saying. Like, it's not art. Yeah. But you fucking. But no, like, I think that's the funny thing. Like, okay, now I got to destroy this because now I just don't want anybody to see it after it's been seen, right?
Which I suppose can happen when you're alive too, But, like,
that's the problem with the cloud.
Like,
that movie scared the shit out of me. That sex tape movie. Like, I don't put anything on the cloud. Like, I don't even. It'd be like documents for school. I'd be like, dude, I ain't putting this on the cloud. Somebody's gonna steal my shit. Like, I just be having
my whole cloud.
It gave me irrational fears of, like, the cloud. Like, I know it's so beneficial for storage, but I'm like, no, I don't want your 15 gigabytes of storage. You can kiss my ass. Fuck you, cloud.
What about with, like,
somebody you have in your family that you know is a nasty motherfucker, right? And then they pass away, and you're like, now I have to.
No,
go through
I
their
think
things.
I think
And
those
it's like,
types of
I don't want to go through this.
I think those types of individuals already understand how sick they are, and they have a fucking plan. Like
If I die,
like they have a friend who's also sick. They're like, dude, either take it or just fucking burn it. I don't know. You're weird like me. Keep it if you like.
As soon as you hear I died, just go to my house and kick my
Right, like
legs.
the first thing you do, don't come to the hospital, go to the house. Get rid of all evidence of this weird shit that I've been doing. But yeah, I think those type of individuals are very ahead of the curve. Like you'll be sitting there like, I'm gonna go to his house. Meanwhile, the guy's like fucking the guy who got rid of everything is at home eating breakfast already. Like he's like, oh man, they're never gonna find any of that shit because it's in his fucking corner of his house now. He's like, I'm gonna look at all this
It's
weird
like I didn't
shit.
have to destroy it. I just kept it.
Yeah, there are some weird folks out there.
Yeah, I don't know. It was just a thought that I was like, I wonder if like.
I mean,
what
I'm
that's gonna
assuming
be.
everybody's had that. Well, not everybody, because I don't know. Maybe not. I've never really sat there like, I wonder when I die if everybody's just gonna think I'm weird.
Not weird. Just like there's
Dude,
like
that'd be fucked
there's like
up.
that one discovery. You know what I mean? Like
It changes how everybody viewed you your whole life.
like oh,
He was my friend.
I bred him.
Oh man, do we want to introduce ourselves?
Yeah, we should probably do that.
What episode are we on?
This is the Kiona and Kasson podcast episode 56.
Oh shit,
Yeah, and
we're
let us
close
move
to
around.
60 now.
you know?
Ain't that a bitch?
Once you flip that around, we'll be at 65, and then we'll be that much closer to 100. You know?
Yeah, when you got dyslexia, like I mean, everything is it can be in your benefit, but like it could also not be in our benefit.
This
like,
is true. I mean,
like 65 isn't as good as 50, or 59 isn't as good as 65.
what if it's the number one? What do you just one?
One is one.
There's only one alternative.
or
for that? Anyway, welcome to the show. My name is Adam. I'm your host. Here with my brother Osama.
Yo,
Stacks is asleep as usual because that's what he does on Sunday mornings.
and
You know?
Dave is still here in spirit.
Dave is still here in spirit. Bah, got you. You know. But anyways,
Did you just punch Dave?
it wasn't a punch. It was like a dab. You know, just quick little side dab.
With your thumb out like that.
Yeah. You know.
Yeah.
And I realized we forgot to do this last week.
You know you know how I learned to punch? Speaking of
With your thumb out?
Huh? No, well, it's because there was a time when we were younger where we would fight for no reason. It was just pure.
Your
it
fault.
wasn't my fault. Either way, like I remember, like we were fighting, and I went to punch you, and I was younger. I don't know how young, man, probably 10 or so. And I went to punch you with my thumb
6.
was out, and it snagged your fucking. I missed, but it snagged your shirt, and it like bent. I've had problem with this thumb for my whole life. I was like, oh. Yeah, you gotta.
So subtle memories, you know,
Yeah.
lessons learned.
Yeah, just a little bit of a trip down memory lane. I have a fucked up thumb. It just collapses once.
You
in a
just
while
gave him
and,
a way back when because you still haven't given like a vlog response to.
Yeah, but when was the last time you way back when, fool?
I mean, it's been a while.
When'd you
I have a couple.
WBW'd?
Ew. Anyways, what I was getting at was
Why would
what I was getting at was we forgot to opposite shout out Glenn last week.
Did
I'm pretty
we?
sure. Yeah, I don't recall doing one. I left it here and I was like, "Fuck, I don't think we."
Did you watch through it to see?
No,
So how the fuck do
I've
you
been
know?
busy.
This is the editor.
I'm just saying. You know, I mean, I watched through what I needed to. You know,
Okay, I get you.
but
I don't like to hear my voice, but I listen to it. I just skip segments and segments and segments.
we've known this for quite some time now.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah,
It's been quite a minute since we had the last conversation
Yeah.
about you watching anything.
But episode 56, y'all.
Yeah. Welcome.
Welcome back. Thanks for tuning in again.
Those of you who are following along with the show on all the other platforms, we're getting more and more caught up with that. Just kind of had you on a lag there for a minute, but
Sorry about that.
yeah.
But now
yeah,
you can
know,
binge.
Trying to get into some other things. That's why. But you know, so binge, watch that shit, subscribe to that shit.
You already know.
Yeah. I don't know where you want to start.
don't know,
We
dude.
started in an interesting fashion, I suppose.
Yeah, I don't know. That was your like super. What's the word? Morbid.
It wasn't even morbid. Like, I was looking at it as a funny thing, you know? But, whatever. I thought it was funny.
I mean, no, it's super funny. It's a good topic, but it's also like when you think about it, it's like, dude, there's some weird shit that can happen after you're dead, and you have no control over.
And,
it.
I mean, think about it. Like, most of the time, hopefully you're living to, like, 70 plus. That's a lot of years like, of accumulating shit.
yeah, you
Like,
could become a weird person and not even.
You could have just
realize
had,
it.
like, a weird day,
Like,
and
if
you're like,
you-
ooh, I'm going to buy this. And
You
then,
could not be a weird person, but like through your 70 years of life, bought and accumulated things that if you look at together, right? Like if you just were looking at a story of your life and it's just like, oh, you bought this, oh, on that. What the fuck is this? Like out of context, you might become the weirdest person somebody knew, and they will never fucking hold you in the same regard.
That's true. Yeah.
Like,
I
dude,
mean,
don't buy weird things. Is like
you could have just
literally
had one day where like you're like, oh, this is kind of an interesting item, and you purchased it, and now
one
you're
lapse
like,
of judgment.
"Fuck!"
One lapse of judgment. That's like high school.
Yeah.
Like let you do one thing and like fucked up accidentally in high school. Now everybody knows you're that from high school.
Yeah, it's true.
Like all those movies and shit where you become like the outcast because like you did like they caught you like. I don't know, man. Like, what do you do at 13 and 14?
Look,
you're awkward as fuck.
As
still.
Jonah Hill put it, he's like, maybe you should go pee your pants again. He's like, people don't forget.
People really don't forget, man.
People do not forget.
All people forget is the good.
Yeah, they can. They
Be like, oh,
convenient-
dude, Adam was a cool dude, but you know what he did? He pissed his pants like fucking freshman year. He's a fucking weirdo.
Convenient amnesia is a
If you
thing
pee
for
your
people.
pants, to be fair, if you pee your pants freshman year of high school, I think,
Yeah, what are you peeing your pants
I think
about?
it's fair game.
Mm-hmm.
Right? You shouldn't be and also, if you have at 13, 14, you should already know how to mask. I've peed my pants. You peed your pants up till 6 years old.
This is true. Yeah. I mean, that's... There's only one excuse, really, and it's like anything medical that causes you to accidentally pee yourself.
Yeah,
that's
if you're
one
on, like
thing, but, like,
diuretics and shit. You're like, I gotta pee.
and then it just makes assholes out of the other people who are making fun of them for it, you know?
Yeah. Like, man, when was the last... Do you remember the last time you actually peed in bed?
No. And then I'm sure that those are things that you like probably
Yeah,
try to
I mean,
forget about.
have you accidentally or started like as an adult?
Yeah.
Like, oh no,
Yeah.
what is this?
Yeah, and then I was like out of bed to go pee real quick, but
It's imagine how bad you gotta pee to pee in your bed in your sleep.
yeah,
Like your body's like, dude, fuck you. I'm not holding this anymore. You could have went before you went to bed. You drank that big ass glass of water. I know you want to stay hydrated. I appreciate it, but now we've got to piss and you won't wake up.
like stop drinking after 10, okay?
Listen, we got a new rule, okay? You're not gonna drink anything after a certain time, okay? And before you go to bed, you pee,
Absolutely, you make that your first stop.
dude. And those dreams would be the worst. You'd be like just sitting there, like you'd be in an office, and next thing you know, you're in the water. And you're just swimming in water, and like then you'd like somehow turn a faucet on, and the next thing you know, you're just, oh no, right? And then you go
Got to
pee.
go.
Like I think the last time that happened to me, I was probably, man, early 20s, right? like over 10 years ago.
Early drinking days.
Yeah, and I don't know what happened, but I just remember waking up like, oh shit, and like I think maybe a trickle came out, right? And I run to the bathroom. And it always seems like you were about to interrupt the biggest and greatest piss you've ever had in your life.
Yeah.
Like
probably.
if you could just pee in bed, it'd probably be super, super comfortable.
Super fucking nasty.
It's nasty, right? You gotta buy a new bed, new sheets, new everything, right? You basically gotta like have disposable bedding.
Like, this thing is now ruined.
Right. But can you imagine? It seems like if you could just pee in bed, like honestly, you probably have a better pee than anything else.
Which is probably why it's hard to potty train children. They're like, yo,
like, dude,
I don't
this
have
is
to get
great.
up.
I'm not getting up. My dick just pisses everywhere. It doesn't matter.
And then you realize it's not a good idea to just do.
Like, we can't speak for women, but when you're a boy and you find out you can just aim that dick anywhere you go, you point it, you're like, oh, I'm gonna piss there and there and there.
Like, yes, I'm gonna cover as much of this wall as I can.
Why do you think you'd be trying? Who could piss further from the fucking urinals back in the day, dude? I don't know. Like, I remember that was just weird as fuck.
It's literally where a pissing contest came from.
It's a super pissing contest. Like, I don't think urinals came out of necessity. I think urinals came out of like people wanted to pee in a pot so you could pee further. And then they're like, you know what? We can make these individuals and make them flush
and put a little sidewall between them so you don't have to like look at their.
That's
dick,
another thing. Can we speak about that? Like, okay, I've gotten pretty good at the idea of like. It took a while when I was younger to like, okay, I'm gonna go to the bathroom in public, whatever. But I'm a firm believer that those dividers should be definitely higher, or at the very least, there shouldn't be an opening where I see our feet together.
This is true,
right? I don't want to see you go on your tippy toes because you got to apply a little bit more force to everything.
The etiquette is 100% real in the urinal. You know what I mean? Like people
skip a urinal.
Skip a urinal. Don't talk.
Okay,
like,
but what if you got a shit and somebody's shitting already and there's only 2 toilets? Now you got to. I don't like the idea of shitting next to somebody. Just. I don't know.
I hate it. To be honest with
but
you.
I'll
Like,
do it. But
that's my least favorite thing about a public bathroom.
But the thing about it is, like, I would be more comfortable. You know what I like is when you go to those restaurants and there just be a room by itself and they close.
Yeah.
Like, I would love
Those are
that
nice.
to be. I get every bathroom can't be that way, but like, okay, just have one toilet.
I would really like to know, like, the people who designed them, why they put a half a wall. Like,
I mean, it's obviously more money efficient. Like, I'm sure you.
I
can
mean, I
buy,
hear you, but,
I'm
like-
sure you can buy. You know, some places have like brick or tile between, right? I mean, that's cool, but obviously it costs more. So you just want to divide, so like you can't have somebody like that's a weirdo
that's what I'm
that
saying,
later
but,
on
like,
in life when they die, somebody's gonna think
all
they're
I'm
crazy,
saying is-
looking at your dick while while you're missing.
all I'm saying is, I don't want to see the whole foot of the person who's sitting next to me. So bring it down the rest of the way. You know, like,
it's okay where it's at height wise, right? Nobody's
Yeah.
shitting that high in the air.
right. I'm not standing up while I'm taking a shit.
But I
so.
don't want that foot and a half like
No.
buffer, like scent.
No,
right?
I want to be like,
Sound.
I want to be in a ventilated pod, essentially.
Yeah.
I don't want you next to me to me where I can tell that you're there.
It's weird, man. It's
Yeah.
weird. But I mean, you gotta do what you gotta do.
For sure. I mean, when you gotta go, you gotta go. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
man.
But
Working in retail places was terrible back in the day. Like you're like, man, I gotta, this place has thousands of people in it,
Yeah.
and I gotta go blow up the
Well-
bathroom real quick.
we usually had like a bathroom in the break room.
Some places don't. Some places the bathroom is right up front.
Yeah.
Why would your bathroom be right in the front where the fucking everything is at?
Yeah.
Like I'm coming to check out, and this guy's coming from taking a shit. we're like literally
Somebody's like,
feet from
have
each
you
other.
seen Adam anywhere? He's like, oh, he went to the bathroom like 15 minutes ago. We haven't seen him come
Yeah,
out.
now they know that you've been in the bathroom for so long,
Like,
right?
I'm sorry, I don't need everybody to know I took a shit. It's
Dude,
private.
the worst thing in our old apartment, my least favorite thing about it was that the bathroom was literally
right off the front room.
right off the front room.
Yeah.
The door was there. There was like people would be chilling in the bathroom,
Dude,
in the
literally
bedroom.
like this. Like, this is where the armrest is, and this is where the door is.
Right, this door
And
right here
that's
would be
where
the
the
bathroom. Yeah, that was interesting.
Yeah.
And I lived there for 10 years.
Had to keep the water running when you're in there deucing.
Yeah, there was like you had to keep a buffer.
And luckily that window in the shower like opened up so the screen was.
It opened up.
It
Yeah,
helped.
there used to be a screen there, and I remember it fell.
Yeah.
I don't know how it fell, but I think the neighbor threw it away. Fucking dickhead. Like, dude, did you know
Yeah.
that's not yours?
Like I'm trying to not have bugs fly in while I'm taking a big dumper.
Right. They're like,
You know?
oh, I saw a window open, so I said, fuck it.
And honestly, that was the greatest thing for taking a shower, man, because you fucking have that shit hot as shit, and all that smoke is going right out
All
the
the
window.
steam.
Yep.
I mean, I like the steam in a shower, man. Like, I do like a hot shower.
No, because
I don't like
to get
showers
out.
as hot as like women apparently like them.
I have no idea how hot they typically take their showers. I don't know if it's like a normal thing for.
No, like there's apparently a thing. I know Vivi loves hot showers. Like she's like the water isn't hot enough. I was like, dude, what?
My skin is melting off.
Like, why would you have it so hot here? Like that doesn't make any sense. And she has the worst habit, right? Vivi, for just full disclosure, is 5'1", right? But the shower head, you can tilt it up where it's like pointing where it would hit me straight in the face
Right.
when I get in. And just to be honest, that's what it does when I get in the shower after she's been in there. Like for some reason, she has it shooting directly at the other opposite wall. So I get in and it just shoot me in the face. Like what the fuck? I'm not ready for this yet. Like I gotta ease into the shower. Right? You know, I get in there. I kind of like I get acclimated and I go ahead and put my head underneath and
Yo, Daniel, like our little brother, he'll fucking go into the bathroom, take a shower, and he'll leave the thing up when he turns off the water. So as soon as you go in there and turn the water on,
shooting
it's,
at you.
I'm like, I'm back. I'm not ready for this yet.
Well, I turn it on. I turn it on. Like I lift it up so it can come out by the time I've gotten in the shower. But usually, if you're a courteous person, you have it pointing downward, right? Because if it's hot water, you don't want to be scalded listen, it's hot water.
Yeah.
There's hot, and then there's women scalding. Like they try to like exfoliate with water or some shit. Like they try to
That steam
shed,
is good for your skin.
like-
Yeah, but not the scalding hot water, probably.
They shed they shed skin with just the water's heat. I can't do that, man.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
I prefer it to be a little bit more of a cool experience in there. I hate to sweat as soon as I turn off the water.
But you know, there's a thing to that. Like you have to like drink mad water. Like so they say you got to drink like a cup of water before you go into the shower because it will help. Because you become like dehydrated or whatever, and like that's when you come out and you're just sweating your ass off. That's like those 95-degree day where you go out there, you're like, I'm sweaty, I gotta go shower. You come out, you're like, fuck, I'm sweaty again. Like the shower was exhilarating
Those
and
are
like
the worst fucking days
like you
ever.
were working out in the shower and shit. Like you come out like,
Like, put the goddamn AC on.
oh man.
It is fucked up.
That's crazy because the weather seems to have changed over quickly.
Yeah.
Like it's getting to the low 70s now, which is nice. I like this weather.
Yesterday, I think was the low was like 56 or something. I was like, that's crazy.
No, I enjoy that, man. Honestly, I've had the windows open and
Me
like,
too,
this is
but
the
I'm
best
telling
sleep.
you, my least favorite thing about it is spring. I mean, fall doesn't last long. Fucking winter comes all of a sudden with a vengeance. Like all of a sudden,
yeah, we're only gonna
you
have,
see a snowfall in the forecast. I was like, it was just summer last
it's
week.
funny because like it's like not even September yet. We'll have like this through October and a half. You know what I mean? We'll have like a week of warm weather and then boom, fucking 2 feet of snow on us.
Yeah, in fucking no time.
Pow, right in the kisser.
It's a little bit more exciting this year because I have my Jeep right now. But it's
you're gonna
still
have
something that's
you'll
very
have some fun in the
inconvenient.
snow.
It's still a very big inconvenience.
I'll have equal fun in the snow, but because I can't control my car in the snow.
Because you have,
Dude, I've got to get new tires, and I got to get them fast.
You need some new tires for sure.
Dude, there's no. I just
You better
burned,
tie some fucking chains on them.
I've been burning through these fucking tires. I gotta fucking. Yeah, I gotta.
I feel like chains are more efficient though. Anyway, you
can't put chains on your
tires
tires. It's illegal.
During the wintertime. It's illegal.
Yeah.
There are some states that they mandate that you.
Yeah,
put
but this isn't
fucking
one of
chains
them.
on-
We're in fucking Illinois. It's flatland. You have to have chains on your tires if you go to like Colorado and you're climbing up fucking
That's
steep
true.
hills.
Sometimes they require you to have them on your car for those. But I mean,
No,
get some
because you
fucked
can
up ass
destroy the
snow.
road. They don't use pavement or concrete. They use cardboard. That's why they got to fix the road every fucking week.
Yeah, maybe. Terrible.
It looks like it's like they use like, I don't know. I can't even tell you. It looks like fucking tar and like some Elmer's glue and like.
I think they use like watered down, like overly saturated tar because it just breaks down so fast.
It's recycled probably shit too, right? Like the shit that they've picked up, crushed down again, and then they've repurposed for, tar or a fucking pavement.
You think by now we'd have like a nice fucking liquid thing that we can it'll
Don't get
solidify
me
over.
started on the by now as you would think. There's a lot of those, man. By now
There's
you
a
would
lot.
think they're like, dude, like how the fuck have we not come up with a better way to dispose of like, garbage? And how have we not fucking like why'd we stop going to places after the moon?
We're
like, oh, we got to the moon. Now we're just gonna stick around the Earth.
Yeah,
and just
like,
chill here.
It's seemingly
They seen something.
it seemingly didn't take them too long to like find a fucking craft that'll make it past the atmosphere and into space.
Something told them, don't come
So-
this way.
They're like, hey, go back.
Literally, we were flying and something stopped us. Like, stop.
But we have mad fucking satellites in orbit and shit. Like,
That's also a fucked up thing. Like, there's just imagine going up there and you're like, I would really like to see how much shit is floating around the Earth.
yeah,
Like, dude, we fucked this planet up.
we really did. We're regressing as a society. Like, there's no smarts. in people anymore.
Idiocracy is in full effect.
It really is. I'm like, we've gotten smarter.
Idiocracy is a hilarious movie.
It is. We've gotten smarter in a lot of ways, like technologically, whatever.
The people who are supposed to get getting smarter have gotten smarter and kept their logic.
Yeah, but Darwinism
Those
has
who
really
are-
taken over. You know.
Dude, I don't know if it's the inbreeding.
Stop that.
Yeah, stop that.
That's nasty.
That's nasty. But like, I don't know. There's so many you would if like by now we'd have.
Yeah.
I forget what you were saying by now. You thought we'd have, but there's so many I keep thinking of. Like,
Well, I was really getting at
where
like,
the fuck are the flying cars?
how come?
Although, who would want to have a flying? Okay, last thought. I want to interrupt. 16-year-olds should not be driving cars, man.
No, definitely
They
not.
don't be
and,
looking at shit but their phone.
and there's also like an age limit at which you should have your license to be on the road.
I'm fully
During the week,
Yes.
If I have to go anywhere during the week, it's like a million
only
old
old
people
folks.
out, and
It's
they're just,
Geritol
they
land.
don't pay attention. They'll have their signal on and be fucking like going through very slowly to make a right turn, and the light hasn't changed. They haven't looked anywhere. They're just going through.
If any stereotype is correct for
Old
every
people can't
race,
drive?
it's driving,
Yeah,
race
Yeah,
and
yeah.
gender.
100%.
Sorry, listen.
It has nothing. it's not
I've
just
noticed
age.
that high schoolers they're not responsible with this 4,000-pound vehicle they're driving. They
No.
don't realize the repercussions. So they be looking at their phone, right? So one hand on the wheel, like looking at their phone, not doing shit that they're supposed to really when you're driving.
Right.
Old people are the same.
Yeah.
Because you've given this person who had never had technology, now they're 70 years old, and they're looking at Facebook, right? And they're doing their own thing too. They're the same as high schoolers.
Even the old people who don't have phones, because I think old people really have a mentality like
Get the
if I
fuck out
die,
the
fuck
way.
it, you know, whatever. Like,
Move, bitch. Get out the way.
like literally. That some of them have cut in front of me while I'm flying down the road because I don't go slow. Like, what are you doing? You gotta pay attention.
Dude, they're just like high schoolers.
I was just-
they're like the infancy stage again, right? Because that's life cycle.
Yeah.
That's where they've reached in driving.
Yeah.
Now in the in betweens, right? Like there are definitely racial stereotypes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
A lot of Asians can't drive. I'm sorry.
I live in a place where Indian people reside, and
A lot of
they
Indians
drive.
can't drive. Arab people drive like they're trying to hit they're trying to hit the racetrack and shit like that.
It's funny,
Because
I
out
just
there,
saw-
there's like no lights. They just keep going
I
everywhere.
just saw on Time Hop, I had a status like a while back, and I was like, when an Indian man and an Asian man fight over who not being able to drive, my day is made. Like I saw that.
You saw that
They were
happening?
screaming at each other, and I was like, great.
Dude, I mean, it's not insensitive.
No offense to you,
We're not-
Indians and Asians.
Dude, we're not
you
talking
know?
about anything but driving. If you
You-
can't drive, you can't drive.
You just know you can't drive.
Right.
I mean, I have plenty of Asian friends who are like, I know I suck at driving.
yeah,
Like,
dude. Like, I'm bad at it, but I'm gonna keep doing it, right? Because
gotta
they gave me a
gotta get
license.
Places, you know.
They gave me this license to drive this car. What are they crazy?
I was just having.
And then I've noticed, like, women can drive, right? Like,
Some of them.
there's some that can drive, some that can't.
Right.
But there are some women that can't drive, right? But they drive in a way like you would think they're race car drivers. I think our mom is one of those. They grip the wheel with both hands, right? Now, if you can look on YouTube, I'm gonna do it. They grip with both hands, right? So they look like this, right? They got like this tight vice grip on both.
like the white knuckle.
It's
fucking-
not. It's not 9 and 3. It's not 10 and 2. It's like 11 and like
It's like
1.
2:30,
You're just
9:30.
Like, like they're ready to go, and like they ain't looking at shit, but they are going like 45 and a 30, and they are flying like a fucking bat out of hell.
Yeah.
Like they got. I think what the thing is though, like that's like the middle-aged mother. And I think they got too many things they got to do to fucking care about everybody. So like, I get why people.
I gotta get from here to here to here to here to here.
Like, I can't worry about what you're doing. I gotta get there. So this van ain't stopping for shit.
But it's funny. I had mom in the car the other day, and we were talking about something, and I was like yelling at somebody in the road, and they're an old person. I was like, "You fucking old people, get the fuck out of the way!" Right? She's like, "Now, what if somebody said that about me?" I was like, "Then get the fuck out of the road. Like,
Yeah,
you probably
listen.
don't belong there."
I'm a firm believer in is if I can't drive, you just take them fucking keys from me.
She's like, "So when I'm old, if I have people yelling at me on the road," I was like, "Then yeah, you probably shouldn't be behind the wheel. Like, people aren't yelling at you for no reason
You know-
at the time, you know."
Yeah, if you're like, if you're driving in the left lane and you don't understand why people are fucking like right on your ass and you're going, just a few, that's the fast lane or the passing lane.
Right.
You're not supposed to just sit your ass there and just park.
Like the
away.
overall limit may be 60 miles an hour, but you cannot do that there. You gotta
No.
get out of there. Like,
You have to get out of the way. People got shit to do, and that's why they're in that lane.
right.
My favorite thing is like the old guy who buys like the muscle car, right? I'll definitely be that. I'll have
Hell yeah.
my intention is to have many cars, right?
Yeah.
I just love cars. But the old guy, like in the old neighborhood, you remember there was a guy, not Kasson, but the apartment.
Yeah.
There was an old guy who always had like a cherry red Mustang,
Yeah.
and every year he upgraded to the next Mustang,
Yeah.
and he would drive it fucking 7 miles an hour down the street. It was
Yeah.
beautiful, like louvered back,
2 miles an
back
hour,
window.
so everybody sees
Yo,
you.
I never seen him drive like more than the speed limit, 30, 28 miles an hour. And he only drove it from like his house. I would see him at the diner like 4 blocks away. And like just it's like he lived in a neighborhood so long, that's where his world was.
Yeah.
But he had this dope ass little Mustang and he would never drive it that fast.
Yeah.
Now there's the opposite of them where they're the old guys who are like, no, I still drive fast. Those dudes are dangerous.
Yeah.
And that's who I will be.
This is true. This is true.
You know?
But you know what? I mean, just if you look both ways before you turn, cross the street, whatever, you might be in good shape. You know, I'm not going to be mad at you. There are probably some old people out there
just
who
look in your
can handle
mirrors.
yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Look in your mirrors.
I was like, how have our cars gotten more advanced, but the accidents have not declined, and people are still stupid? You know,
Because you give people things like Teslas.
my car brakes for me. It
does?
Yeah, like
Oh, that's weird. I wouldn't want that. I
Well,
mean, I'd want that, but I don't want that.
I mean, I
because-
can turn it off.
Oh,
I mean,
okay,
so,
okay. But no, like you give people things like the Tesla, who is like basically a robot, but you tell it what to do,
Yeah.
right? And supposedly it can drive for you, but there's been mad accidents. And then you look over and there's this dickhead fucking asleep in the driver's seat, right? At least be awake. Be aware of what's going on.
Yo.
If you're gonna like, I've seen videos of people rolling up, roll up. Just be in the moment. Understand you have a vehicle driving, right? You may have to take over.
I couldn't relinquish that control. Like I feel fucking.
Also, yeah, I don't want to.
I mean, the
wanna
car,
drive.
given it's smart enough to like, it's great. You know what I'm saying? If I, for some reason, I'm just not feeling good or whatever the case is, and I can't drive.
Yeah,
the right way,
what if you're drunk? I mean, that's not a good idea. But
can
like,
you sit in the passenger seat?
that's weird. Like that.
Take me home.
Dude. Like, I mean, you shouldn't drive drunk, but is that driving drunk?
Technically, no. You're a
Heavy
passenger
machine.
in there,
You're
but
operating heavy machinery.
I don't think you're legally allowed to sit in the passenger seat if you're the only person.
I don't
in the
know
car.
if it'll drive without you sitting in the driver's
And
seat.
it might, but maybe not. You know, I don't know.
Like, I'm gonna just get in the back seat, like sleep in the back. Like, what the fuck is going on? That car's driving itself.
Then we may not be if we can like make that a perfect science. Then we may not be at flying cars, but at least we have self-driving cars at that point. You know,
I don't
And it's
think
nice when
flying
it-
cars are a good idea. You know, in retrospect.
No, definitely not. Because
Dude, how are they gonna fucking
People-
people are gonna crash into each other a lot, and
People-
then that's
it's gonna be like a game of asteroids. Like
it's like Galaga and shit. Like, you're just the guy trying to maneuver through shooting people and shit. Like, that's what's gonna happen. Like, you have to be able like somebody's gonna have to have the ability to vaporize the other person before you crash. Like, somebody's got to go. Somebody's got to
They're
die.
gonna have to put bumpers, and it's gonna be the slowest moving of all cars. Like it's gonna be, and people are still gonna die. So
Dude,
don't do it.
And the worst thing about it is they're gonna crash. They're gonna fall on a home. That home's gonna blow up. Now you've got like 2 cars and a home that's been destroyed just because you want to make flying cars. Right? You're just flying along, doing your thing. Like, I just bought this new Tesla fucking radio flyer.
Now they can
right?
fly.
Now, huh?
They can fly if they can also make it where they're self-driving there as well, because then they're all aware of each other. All the sensors are working together and shit. But it would have to literally be like the perfect storm of events for this thing to not result in nothing but death.
Dude, there's no way it doesn't. The first year of that would be tragic.
Yeah.
But you would probably weed out a lot of the not so desirables.
Ism, which is the most important thing of life.
You're like, oh man, that sucks.
Yeah.
But he wasn't that cool.
If plane crash.
Now we gotta go look through his shit and I'll go prove it. Like, oh look, yeah, he flew and crashed, but look at he fucking was a weirdo.
Like I knew something was off.
I knew it was off.
Of course you died driving a flying car.
I wouldn't fly a car until like 10 years into flying cars.
If you're driving a flying car, is it technically driving still, or is it then flying?
Yeah, but you're still gonna catch a DUI. I don't know. Like, that problem is, okay, so how fast can you go if you're flying cars up there, right?
Do these cars still have
is it
wheels?
Just like here, right? Is it just like down here where your car may be faster than somebody else's and somebody might be faster than yours, right? Is there a fast lane? Is there a slow lane?
I'm telling you,
is there a highway?
It's literally gonna have to be hovering fucking bumper cars. It's the only way people don't die all crazy all day.
But then you're only gonna be able to go like 6 miles an hour.
Exactly.
Flying is gonna suck, dude.
Yeah.
Fuck that.
Anyway,
Is there gonna be a level, like, if you have a certain car, you got like first class flying, so you can like, you got like Clearport airport
they
type
give you
shit.
like the top level.
And where the fuck are airplanes gonna go then?
Well, they're not gonna be flying as low as the cars.
Well, how the fuck
ideally.
fly? Like, at some point, you're just in orbit.
You cannot get 30,000
Folks,
feet.
I'm sorry. We went a little higher than we were supposed to. It's like, yeah.
I don't think you can. I don't think you can get 30,000 feet. in a flying
I
car.
fucked up. We only got a couple parachutes. Sorry, folks.
I really think, yeah, the population would go down drastically.
You would lose a lot of the not so desirables,
Yeah.
right? The people that were going to make it anyway. Like,
And I would just stay on the street at that point, but you know.
I guess
you guys fly. I'm gonna just stay down here. Less chaotic.
dude, imagine how not congested. Dude, I would get the fastest car and drive them.
Yeah, me too. That's like when I was watching I Am Legend. It was a fucked up thought, but I was like,
What if
I had this vacant city, I'd fuck it up, man. Like I'm getting these fucking cars and flying. I'm like,
But there was a lot of cars in the street already because people just disappeared. I forgot what happened in I Am Legend.
yeah, they all were leaving the city. Remember, because the virus, and they didn't let some of them go. And those are the people who were the fucking zombie.
Those weirdos
people,
and shit.
yeah.
Oh, man. I Am Legend is a pretty good movie, man. It's
pretty crazy.
underrated.
Yeah,
Maybe not. I think a lot of people like it, probably.
yeah, probably. It's one of, to me, it's one of Will Smith's best. And I love Men in Black, so you know. Bad Boys.
Yo, Men in Black is a great movie.
Yeah.
It's a fucking great movie. That
It
dude was
really
like, he was that weird
theories-
fucking guy that was a cockroach, and he was like, he took a dude's body and was like super awkward with it, like the face didn't match where the bone structure was.
There was some show. I didn't watch it, but it was about like the idea that the Men in Black are actually real because they've had spottings, and they're not like you're not fucking getting K and J or whatever it was.
Will Smith? You don't remember this?
But like yeah, like shit like that. They're saying like
What
there's
if-
actually a squad to when you have an alien spotting, like all the people who had reported alien spottings and shit like that.
Yeah.
Like they like visited them pretty much, and were like the little flashy thingy.
That's weird. What if everybody who's played in a movie is that role? Right, like all
Keanu
of the
Reeves
Avengers,
is the
are
Matrix.
yeah, like he's Neo. He literally is the one. That's why people love him, right? Because people love Keanu Reeves,
They do,
right?
yeah,
Cool dude.
yeah.
Cool dude. Somebody told me
Strange
the other
dude,
day
but
they
cool.
thought it should be a Batman. I was like, holy shit, Keanu Reeves as Batman would be fucking dope.
Yeah, that'd be interesting.
Or the problem is like some people make different movies. Like either he's gonna be like Neo or like John Wick, or like I don't know if he was Bill or Ted.
So what you're
But
really
he's gonna
saying,
either be one of those guys too.
what you're really saying here is that Liam Neeson actually does have a set of special skills.
Yeah, they're called racists. He's a racist. Like I just wanted to go out there and he said, what did he say? I wanted to go out there and kill a black man. Like Liam Neeson, don't get your old ass fucked up. Like get the fuck out of here.
Like,
really?
Yeah,
You racist bastard.
that wasn't. Yeah,
I got a certain set of skills.
it's not cool.
Motherfucker, how many your skills? If you've only got a certain set of skills, why do they keep applying to every movie you've made?
Because they're all the same movie.
he only makes the same. Like
Those are
he is the same. That guy. Like I only really do have a certain set of skills, guys. I can only act as this person.
There are certain people that like. I feel like they didn't have to really change their personality for the roles they played. Like, I think Jason Statham was one of those people.
Yeah,
I
he's
think
that
he's
guy.
like that same guy.
I think Denzel's usually Denzel, and most. I think even Training Day Denzel is fucking Denzel, right?
Yeah.
Like Alonzo is part of Denzel.
yeah.
You motherfuckers will be.
Should we talk about something that matters at all yet? Or
what matters really? What in the grand scheme of things really matters?
Well, you know what? There was a shit ton of music that came out.
Yeah, Jeezy came out.
Jeezy came out.
Did you hear it? Did you hear it?
Yeah.
Uh,
Obi Tries came out.
you know what's funny? I have it written down here, right? And I meant to put Jeezy, Jeezy, and it only went Jeez, but it's still Jeezy.
Jeezy.
It's still Jeezy. It's still Jeezy.
He should have named himself that, or there should be an Italian rapper. Just like, jeez.
Jeezy. Yeah, I'm a younger Jeezy. Nah, that sounds stupid.
Yeah.
But no, his came out. I listened to some of it. It was all right. I am going to go on the record saying I really haven't cared for a lot of the last few projects he's put out. But
Moto 101, 102, The Recession, Seen It All. Those are like my four
I
favorite
think
from his.
through the recession, I'm good. And then after that, I kind of like lost a little bit of my interest in his music.
Yeah, it's I mean, I don't know.
I wonder, he
changed.
said this is his last album for Def Jam.
He said he's going to retire after this.
Do you think? But I read, he said this is my last album for Def Jam. That instantly got me to thinking, okay, is he going to release something on his own type of label? Or is he going to create his own label? Does Jeezy have a label? Not anymore, right? Probably not. Or it doesn't seem like he's
I
got
don't
too
know.
much going on. Because I know at some point he had a crew.
Yeah, he had USDA.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I don't know. I mean, it was all right. You ain't listened to it?
Wasn't he in Atlantic? He was signed to Atlantic.
I think it was Def Jam.
He said
But
something
no, he
about
was
your
boys-
boy
he was-
bossed up
No,
at
he was
Atlantic.
in Boys in the Hood with Diddy's group.
Yeah, no, I understand this. So what?
Them boys in the hood sell anything for profit. 5 in the morning on the corner clock.
Oh yeah, I don't know who he's signed to right now, but no, yeah, I don't know. 104 is all right. It's there's been the last 3 or 4 projects. There's been songs on there that I liked, but yeah, it's not like a 101 type of thing. Like
I think Jeezy is best served as a feature now, and also when he's with certain artists, Jay-Z, Rick Ross,
yeah,
Pusha,
somebody that pushes him to go a little harder.
Drug Talk.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what you want to hear from him, honestly.
Right.
And that's
I mean,
say what you want, but
that's why
that's
he's been
like
the snowman
that's some of the
for-
best raps. You know what I mean? People who talk and there's got to be some negativity in your rap. Like
Right.
that's why I'm not like. I don't know. I'm not. We've been through it. I'm not the biggest Common fan. I think Common is like really monotone and
But Common-
also
early
pretty
Common-
subject.
Early
matter.
Common had more
No, obviously
context to it, and
but
then-
like it just got boring, and like I just needed a little bit more. I don't know, something pizzazz, right?
Pizzazz.
But
Pizzazz.
and that's probably not the word. But I just find him to be a boring rapper. You know,
It's like LL, back in the day, he was,
LL don't get the respect he deserves,
no,
though.
definitely not.
You know, he was like
because you
super
know him
one
as
of the
like
originators.
that fucking what's that J Lo and LL song, that Baby Don't Go or some shit.
don't know.
Like people know him as that. Like the
Like,
older, the younger guys don't know. Like
Yeah, but
you
the
know.
younger guys don't know a lot of shit, right? Like,
It's
and
true.
that's not a negative thing. I'm just
Stupid
saying
younger guys.
they just don't know their history, right? Like as time goes on, what was history for us becomes the distant history, and the immediate history is what we grew up on, and they're the new generation looking at that.
Yeah.
So you get what I'm saying? So
Yeah,
like,
but even that, like they
distant
don't know
history-
that very well.
I mean, that remains to be seen. I think that our generation, I'm speaking like us,
Yeah,
like what we encountered, like those times.
right.
The new generation is looking back at as the past, their immediate past, right? So they can look at and
But what I'm
study
saying is
that
they
differently.
don't really study that. That's how things have changed, and like the
They had to have
feeling
somewhat
of the game.
been exposed to it. I'm just saying it's easier for them to have been exposed to that than to go back to.
but think about it like this.
Because think about it, they have to go back 2 generations to really make it a point to be exposed to that. But
Yeah.
if they just go back 1 generation to us, which is close to what they do,
What I'm saying is they will never go back that far because they will barely ever want to go back as far as because like look, think about your average 21-year-old now. They were like 98, maybe they were born 98. So by the time like let's say 2006 came around, that's when they were like 8, 9 years old, maybe starting to get into music. They don't like that's when things started to kind of shift over, more or less.
Yeah.
So they don't really pay attention to that stuff. Like
history's lost on everybody though. Like that's the thing. Like I honestly do. I was thinking about it the other day. I have some friends that are really brushed up on their history, right? And I guess I don't know if it's all specific. Like I have some Caribbean friends, right? Like Guyanese and and Jamaican, and they know a lot of the history of the Caribbean, right? Like I don't know if that's like I really want to be a little bit better on my history. Like I looking back, I do want to know a little bit better, a little bit more, right?
Yeah.
Like and obviously look at it with the eyes of an adult who's been exposed to the idea that they only really selectively teach in school what they want to,
yeah.
right? So I want to go back on my own and
So
really
you're talking
do
about
my
history in
research.
general, not just music history.
Well, yeah, but but the thing is, I said that history's lost on a lot of folks, regardless, and I
Yeah.
kind of that's what made me think about the idea that I'd like to be a little bit more
More savvy.
savvy in history, general history, world history and whatnot.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm getting at. I don't know if that's a cultural thing. Why, like, if Caribbean people know,
There's really only certain eras that interest me anyway. Like some of them are, I know
Yeah,
what
I
I know
mean-
about them, and I'm like, it's
and that's the
great,
good thing about being an adult. You can pick what you want to fucking hear. You ain't got to be in a class where they're like, "We're gonna teach you this,
Yeah.
and we're gonna teach you wrong."
Right. And we're gonna teach you our
Right,
version
dude.
of
For
this.
so many years, they just fucking pumped the wrong shit at you. Like, yo, this is what you should believe.
Yeah.
Yo,
And you're like,
I'm a firm believer in education, but education needs to be changed.
yeah.
Like the way it's gone about it.
Education after 8th grade should be more of a selective for the individual type of experience.
Yeah, I think they.
But we
really,
talked about that.
Yeah,
more
they've
of
got
it.
to do a better job at that in general.
Get
But
your shit together.
Yeah.
And I think Pritzker just announced raises for Chicago
yeah, the
teachers.
minimum wage for I think Illinois because
Well,
what I
said
understand.
Pritzker,
Yeah. From what I understand, Chicago is kind of not high but higher.
yeah.
But Illinois was like really low and it hadn't been changed for decades. So I think a lot of things are changing for the better. We're yet to be seen what's gonna. I think legalization is gonna pump a lot of more money into the economy. I think.
Well, that's what I told our dad yesterday. We were talking about it, and I was like, it's weird because, a lot of people have been leaving Illinois or at least Chicago because it's expensive as fuck. But then you also have like places like Colorado, who I don't know if their tourism was as high until they legalized weed, and it brought in a bunch of more people coming in there, and like people living there. So I don't know what kind of rush we're gonna get next year.
Colorado's made a lot of they've made so much more money in terms of revenue for the state that I think they've had to give back.
Yeah.
You know, some sort of like almost like dividends, if you will.
Well, yeah, no,
But,
I'm saying like bringing in the people, the citizens. You know, like people are gonna want to move here because of that now.
Illinois has lost. Illinois has lost probably the most in terms of percentage of population. I think they were saying like people don't want to fucking live here no
And
more.
I think that's kind of partially why they also decided to legalize it. Is they're trying to bring people back here. Like,
You think that's part of the reason?
yeah,
I think so. I think probably you might
the
have
less
lost
people who live
they
here, the
probably
less
lost-
tax revenue they're getting. You know, like
Yeah. And they probably lost a lot of folks to places like California and Colorado and those who've legalized it because, you know what, people don't want to fucking deal with that shit.
yeah, places that suck less because there's only so many good things around about here right now. Like,
I don't know how we got here from the new music, but,
Yeah.
you know, music and weed, they go together.
yeah, for sure.
Something like that.
Obi Trice put out a new album.
I heard. I didn't
I
hear
haven't
it, but
listened to it either yet.
that came as a surprise. Missy brought out a new album, which is, I think that was super surprising.
Yeah, well, she put out an EP. It was like 4 tracks, I think.
Yeah, but when was the last time Missy put out an album?
Yeah,
Or
for sure.
anything.
And it sounds like Missy still. I mean,
It does. You listen?
yeah, I listened to 2 out of the 4, I think.
Is it I Can't Stand the Rain or Hot Boys?
It's like Work It.
Oh, work it. More work it. It's more work it, really.
But yeah, and then Little Brother put out a pretty good album.
I didn't listen to that. I've actually been listening to the St. John album. He put out something which was pretty good.
St. John.
Yeah, he put it out. It's called. Hold on, I'll tell you right now. I was listening to it. But I've been listening to that because, actually, I mean, it's probably one of my favorite things to release lately. Ghetto Lenny's love songs. Yeah, so that's actually pretty damn good. But yeah, other than that, I haven't really been listening to nothing that came out.
There was a few surprising albums. Life Jennings put out an album,
Life?
which actually it's
Is he in jail?
No, I don't think so. He put out an album called 777.
All right, this guy likes numbers.
Yeah, he does. You know, he's all about that shit since he came in the game, 268, 192. I was
All
like,
right,
I don't know why I have
remember
to
that.
know your prison number.
I don't know why you remember this prison number.
It's the title of an album. That's why it's like remembering 8701.
I was trying to remember what the name of his first album was, but I couldn't. I was going to say Must Be Nice.
No, that was his first single. But-
Well, yeah. Music related, Nipsey got that Puma collaboration that apparently he was working on for the last year of his life, right?
Yeah.
Obviously, you didn't know it was, but he had been working on it for the last year. And he apparently has his hand in all design and I think all aspects of what went on with it. And that comes out, I'm not going to say the date if you don't know, because you should do your research, because I'm not trying to be fucking stopped from getting what I want to somebody that's subscribing to my channel and may unsubscribe at any time. Took my chance to get it. So yeah, they got something coming out. Check it out. Yeah.
Oh god.
But no, they got. I'm looking to get some stuff. Hopefully, I'd like to get because I wanted to get one of his marathon, the Crenshaw suits, but
Right.
this shit run kind of high, man.
Yeah, you know, ain't making we ain't monetized yet.
No, we ain't monetized yet, and if you motherfuckers keep unsubscribing, we ain't gonna have a chance to be. So if you're gonna unsubscribe, don't subscribe. That's all I'm saying. If you're here, just
Really,
be here.
You can see you cut them deep.
Who the fuck
You know?
actively just unsubscribes from people's channels?
And YouTube, yeah. I don't have
weird.
time for that. Who cares?
Anyway,
I get a news feed.
yeah. Rest in peace to Cedric Benson.
Right. Yes. Rest in
R.I.P.
peace.
Cedric Benson. I wasn't too familiar with him in college, but he did play for the Bears. I know he had kind of a up and down NFL career, but he passed away a couple days ago at 36 from a motorcycle accident.
Yeah.
Rest in peace.
Stay safe on them.
Thoughts to your
two-wheelers.
family, man.
Yep. Absolutely.
Yeah. And what else? There was a couple other things.
Raphael Sadiq dropped an album too.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's interesting. It's not really for me.
It's like when
per
they come
se.
back later, you're like, dude, you're not, nah.
Yeah. And then I think the last other album that came out was The Roots put something out, but I haven't listened to it yet. So
Okay. Yeah, I know there was a lot of music that came out the other day, but like it just becomes a thing where it's just too much, and you're like, all right, I got to pick what I want to hear.
this
and
is the
that's
first Friday that so many things have dropped at the same
it.
time.
I gave up on the Jeezy like 6 songs in. I promise you.
Oh, damn.
Another music related thing. Uzi has his own tots.
Yeah. Yeah.
If you're familiar
Potentially,
with Scott's tots from The Office.
if you are Office fans, you will understand the reference, and you will understand exactly what we're talking about right away.
Yeah, so some dude caught up with Uzi in the mall and said, Uzi, can you pay my tuition? And dude literally stops at how much is it? And he said $90K. And then when he told him 90K, Uzi almost had to remind himself he had money. He was like, 90K? I could pay that. Like, yo, I know you can.
He was like, oh, carry the one. Yeah.
Like, actually, I do got a couple $1 million. I'm gonna do that for you. That's dope. Honestly, I don't know too much of Uzi's catalog.
Yeah.
But for me, I think that may be kind of more of a fan of his. I'll give him a better shot just because I think that's some real shit to do.
Yeah, for sure. And the tots thing is maybe he just decides not to do it, and then the kid was expecting his college tuition to be paid, but now it's not.
What if he's like, fuck your college tuition, and just kept walking?
He was like, $90,000. Nope.
I could pay that, but I won't.
He didn't say he will. He said he could, I think. So,
I could pay that.
other interestingly related music stories. Snoop passed a blunt to a security guard,
and he quit his job on camera. I'm done with this shit.
He was like, fuck this job.
Like, you mean I get the party? Like,
literally stripped down.
Yo, Snoop had to let him party for the rest of that thing with him.
Oh, yeah.
Like, oh, you quit your job? Come on, man. We coming over here.
He's like, that was real. It's funny because Snoop was in the camera. He's like,
he looked at real like he was like he knew what he was
like,
gonna do.
You gonna take this?
I'm about to influence this motherfucker real quick. Yeah, that shit was
hilarious.
dope. I enjoyed that. I thought that was cool. Tycoon Weekend looked like it was fun. Honestly, as long as you stay on 50's good side and you don't take money from him and not throw it at the strippers, right? You have to throw it at the strippers. You can't put it in your pocket.
Yeah.
As long as you're doing that, you abide by those rules. It looked like 50 Cent's fun to hang out with.
Yeah. Hey, listen, you gonna let me throw your money?
He's also one of my favorite people in Hollywood. Just how petty and shit he is.
Yeah, he's super petty.
I fuck with 50 a lot.
It's funny to be honest. There's something else.
Oh, and Budden had his pool party.
Ah, yes, this motherfucker.
Yeah,
I was looking at his Instagram story yesterday, and there was like one clip, and I was like, I'm real mad you didn't invite me just off this clip.
Well, I don't know if they caught that on camera.
Somebody pushing something
on mic, but yeah, no. Like, who the fuck was performing?
Yeah, I don't know. I was trying to see who that was.
I was like, dude, I don't know that guy.
No, he was about as tall as Uzi.
He didn't even tag him.
No, he was like, yeah, sing it.
Budden is hilarious. Like the way, like I'm with him. I like music too, but like he's hilarious when it comes to it. Like,
yeah,
super funny. But no, I bet you those pool parties be dope. Like, if we ever get enough fucking subscribers and
they don't unsubscribe,
maybe one day we can be invited to one of those cool pool parties in the industry.
Yeah.
I'm like, listen, you could Snoop pass me something, I'm smoking. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
Like, okay, Snoop.
Like, I don't really have to quit my job.
Can you say no to Snoop when he's passing? It looks like Snoop is weed. Like, all right, fine.
Yeah.
It's like he went over there with those intentions. Like, he saw him. He's going to quit his job today. Walked over there.
He's sitting by the side like, let me get this camera out.
He looked to the left, to the right. Like, fuck it. No, I mean, like, you can't say no to Snoop. I'm smoking with Snoop.
It's funny because it took him one puff and he was like, fuck this job.
This is some good shit.
Yeah.
No, I don't know. Snoop Dogg, you gotta roll with whatever he's down. Because man, like I'll be like, yo, maybe he just want me to be cool with him. I'm gonna figure out this shit.
Right,
today.
like I'm riding around with Snoop all day. I don't care.
Speaking of riding around, apparently he stole 50's Crip Lamborghini.
Really?
Crip Mobile, whatever. Like, I don't know if he stole it.
Why does 50 have a Crip Mobile?
Because 50 got enough money to just make a mobile. Like,
but, I mean, I guess maybe it's like a backhanded game.
Yeah, possibly so. But I think they're real cool because he was at his weekend.
Yeah. Wait.
He was at the Tycoon Weekend.
Game was?
Oh, you said game. I thought you said Snoop.
No, like a slight to game because games of blood. And
I doubt that. I think that's over with.
No, but because 50 is petty.
Yeah, but I don't think. I think he realizes game is just as petty. And I think actually, if they really hung out, they get along really well. They probably got along really well in the beginning anyway.
I would think so. Yeah, like a red and meth type of thing. Like,
Game is one of my favorites, man.
Yeah.
Like, did we ever talk about who was a better rapper, him or Ross?
Yeah, we talked about that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Let's
not go back down that lane.
Yeah, I wanted to, but
it could be a long conversation.
Scott's Tots.
Shout out to that.
I wanted to be a millionaire by the time I was 30.
shout out to the NYPD commissioner for finally firing old buddy.
Yeah,
I can only
yes,
say a halfway shout out, but you know.
No, that he knows that they just should have done better. That's fucked up.
And opposite
this
shout
shit
out
should have been
to the
taken
whole
care of
police
right away.
union out there because they're a bunch of bitches about it.
Opposite
all.
shout out to Glenn too.
Yeah, opposite shout out to Glenn.
But no,
I do it tenfold since we forgot last week.
You know, but
I believe.
no, man, this is like open and shut, and the fact that motherfuckers like it's like in America we're so opposed to like agreeing with what we see in real time. Like, no, that is evident that this is opposite of what I've been believing or what I've been saying. So I should definitely think about like we're so opposed to changing our viewpoints.
Yeah.
People are so hard headed and want to just remain. Oh, this is how I am.
Well,
Fuck
especially
this.
like I'm pretty sure they said the chokehold he put on him was like banned,
illegal.
right? So. Okay, what else you got?
Yo, it's like they ain't no bigger gang than the cops, man.
Nah,
unfortunately, you got to respect those who do go out there and do their job and do it correctly.
But it's just hard to tell.
It's just hard, man. Like because evil outshines the good, and motherfuckers don't like. That's just the nature of it. Like anybody's got like some adversity to deal with in your job, and unfortunately, police pick up a career that you're gonna encounter that a lot, and everything is so fucking held under a microscope that the minutia really can outshine like a lot of the things that should not be outshined, but it is what it is, yeah. But like rest in peace, Eric Gardner.
Yeah, absolutely.
Man,
but
cue good music here because they would flag us.
Right, even though we're not monetized.
Adam actually could do it in the editing if he would just learn.
Shut up. At least I do the editing. I don't want to hear about it.
I mean, yeah, but you didn't even watch the whole episode last week to see what we said. Opposite shout out to Glenn.
Listen,
so how much editing are you really doing?
You can never say too many opposite shout outs to Glenn. So if we did indeed say it.
But if you realize you could have like in the middle of it paused and said opposite shout out to Glenn and then went on about our business. That's how editing works.
That's deceptive. Okay.
But it still goes in line with what we do. Whatever. Anyway,
yeah, this is a show. It's not like a fiction.
What
time is it? Do we?
The roaches, the rats, the dogs, the cats.
Yes.
The babies, the bats.
Holy shit! It's a cat.
The weed, the crack. Did you see this this thing that's going around? Like they're doing the Wanda, you Wanda, Wanda, you Wanda. And now they're just putting everybody's name. That's hilarious.
Yeah.
Now everybody's going to know who DMX is again.
Hey.
I think this was a marketing ploy. Somebody was like, DMX, I got an idea. You got this song where you name a whole bunch of girls that you had sex with. And what we're going to do is we're going to show a picture of a girl that's actually named that in multiple clips. And we're going to get people to do it. And then they're going to remember who your old ass is.
Yeah. Potentially. Oh, I was thinking earlier today. I was driving here and fucking some Redman song came on. Is he ever gonna put out Muddy Waters 2, or is that just a lie?
That didn't come out yet?
I don't think so.
I think Muddy Waters 2 came out already.
I'm pretty sure it didn't.
I think. Well, you may be correct. I don't know, but I thought that he was marketing or promoting it.
Fucking give me your own version of Detox.
He may not be one of those. He may be one of those artists that aren't on Spotify, or maybe he is. I don't know.
Well, I have Apple Music, so if you don't have it on Spotify and I don't have it on Apple Music, that means it doesn't exist.
He put something out called Power Up. Yeah, the last thing he's got is something that was made this year called Power Up.
But not the album, just a song.
No, yeah. It's got 6 tracks.
What?
Dab It, Power Up, Dab It. It's a whole bunch of. I think it's a whole bunch of his artists. 1,000 Volts, JCO.
He did like a compilation type of thing.
B-sides. I don't know who any of these people are. Zed's dead. I know Zed's dead, but Lit Lords. Yeah, I don't know who any of these people are.
Yeah,
do better, Red.
Get out with it.
Come on, man. You did the Rockwilder, so
right.
Anyway.
Well, all right. I think we're done here.
Microphone check.
I've said all I need to say.
Closing down this. All right.
I'm sorry. Thank you for tuning in to the episode number 56.
You seem so discouraged
of the Kiona and Kasson podcast,
guys. Thanks for tuning in. I appreciate you.
I'm just ending it. You know what I mean? Just It's going real low.
Maybe that's why. Maybe that person unsubscribed. Adam was not happy at the end of that episode. I'm done with these guys.
I've seen what the average amount of minutes watched is.
What's the average amount of minutes?
It's not an hour.
Oh, they ain't looking
minutes.
at the end, motherfuckers.
But if you did go all the way to the end, which I'm pretty sure Maisha and Sammy did, shout out to y'all for that.
Appreciate the only people that watch the show in its entirety.
Right.
That we
Besides
also,
myself, I mean,
just pointing out, we have a family. I have a girlfriend. None of these folks watch it in its entirety.
This is true. Yeah.
Yeah.
So opposite shout out to y'all.
Opposite shout out to Glenn.
Because you're not even going to get here to see it. Yeah, we're up with that too. All right, man. We'll catch y'all in episode 57. Thank you for tuning in.
Be happy. Later, y'all.